God bless you, Miss Leger.
Hey there.
Hello, Sister Harley. I'm Bridget Doran. I hope you're having a nice time.
I am. Thank you.
So where they got you staying?
Oh, she's with me and my son Patrick. We have an extra cot.
What about you?
I got the cabin up on the hill, nice and private.
Quite the welcome we've been given.
These are good people. Very generous.
We're very happy to have you.
The Hawkins family has offered to let me stay with them. And Sister Sue Ellen is going to show me the communal garden in the morning.
Yes, you should come have a look as well.
Maybe I will. Enjoying yourselves, boys?
This place is incredible. Jerome was just telling me.
It's Brother Jerome, if you don't mind.
Oh, right. Brother Jerome was just telling me all about the Rangers and what they do.
And what do you do?
I'd be happy to show you both in the morning. We can go on patrol.
It sounds great.
Sure. We'll see.
We really are very fortunate to have found these people.
He is really having a good time. Hello. I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Oh, of course. Please forgive me. I'm Eliza Taggart.
Taggart? You're related to Joanna?
Yes, she's my mother. I wonder, could you tell me something about your friend with the guitar? I find him rather intriguing.
Oh, Phil's great. Always willing to have fun.
Ah, I thought so. I appreciate your honesty. Now, if you'll excuse me.
May I have everyone's attention, please? What a feast we have had. What joyous celebration. Alas, the hour grows late, and we must retire. God bless you all. I shall see you all bright and early for our morning sermon.
Leger, you in there? Get out here, now.
What's going on?
We got a problem. I tried going down to see about fixing the wagon this morning, but the path's guarded.
Guarded? By who?
The boy, Patrick.
What's he have to guard against?
He just kept saying it was dangerous to go down alone. We gotta get down there somehow.
You want me to take care of him or something?
No, I want you to come with me to the wagon. We need to get one of the others to cause a distraction.
Right. But who?
I'll leave that for you to decide. Let's get moving.
Looks like they've got a garden up there. Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
What do you think of New Bethel?
This place, it's so welcoming. Everyone is from someplace different, but they've all come together into a whole. I could see myself being happy here. Perhaps I'll ask Sister Joanna if I might come back after we've completed our journey.
We'll talk later.
I look forward to it.
Hello, Sue Ellen.
Hello, Harley.
Are you in charge of the garden? It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's everybody's garden, but I spend more time here than most. I find tending the plants very soothing. Plus, I have my special plot of medicinal herbs.
You've got quite a collection. Some of these I've never even seen.
Be glad to tell you all about them sometime.
Could you tell me about the Taggarts and Captain Perry?
What can I say? Sister Joanna is our fearless leader. She keeps this place running, even if she can be severe sometimes. Eliza is a lot like her mama that way. Brother Perry is the friendliest of the bunch. He's always good for a chin wag. Sometimes I wonder how somebody like him ended up with Sister Joanna. Of course, that's really none of my business.
I'd like to know about you and Jerome.
I'm the healer here, and Jerome is a ranger. We do our part to make sure everyone is healthy and safe.
Can you tell me about the Dorans?
Oh, well, they ain't had it easy. A few years back, James got a nasty gash in his leg while he was out hunting. The wound got infected. I did all I could, but he didn't make it. Poor Sister Bridget has been so strong through all of it. Brother Patrick's adjusted about as well as can be expected. I'm just thankful Jerome's been such a good mentor to him.
I'll let you get back to your garden.
Come enjoy it any time.
Those apples looked...
They are. Hopefully Sister Bridget will make us one of her delicious apple pies soon.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
And just what are you doing out here?
What's it look like? I'm guarding the path.
And why are you doing that?
Sister Joanna's orders. Nobody's allowed down the mountain without a ranger. You go down there by yourself, you're as good as dead.
Come on, it can't be bad as that.
There's heaps of wolves. They're big and fierce with pointy ears and huge fangs. They'll gobble you right up.
I'd like to know about your mother.
I don't like seeing her so sad all the time. She doesn't want to let me see, but I know she really misses Dad. I mean, I do too. With all my big brothers and sisters, it's like having a bunch of moms and dads, so I don't get lonely.
Do you like Joanna and her family?
I sure do. Sister Joanna and Brother Perry are always real nice. And Sister Eliza's almost like my real big sister. Sometimes we play hide and seek. She's real good at it. One time it took me hours to find her.
What do you think of Jerome and Sue Ellen?
Brother Jerome's the greatest. He taught me everything I know about being a ranger. And Sister Sue Ellen's nice, but she doesn't talk to me much. Sometimes I catch her staring at me with this real sad look on her face.
How do you like it here?
It's great. I get to live inside a big airship. You know how many secret places there are to play in?
No.
A lot. And I'm not telling you where, so don't get any ideas.
I want to go down to our wagon.
Sorry, but you can't.
You just said I could if I was accompanied by a ranger.
The rangers are all busy today. Maybe tomorrow.
What about you?
Me? I'm not a full ranger yet. I'm still in training.
Keep up the good work, kid.
I will.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Paying a visit?
I'm tending my husband's grave.
My condolences.
Losing James was hard, but the community gives me strength to carry on. I thank God for them. Not just for my sake, but for Patrick's as well.
I hope this isn't too forward, but what happened to your husband?
His leg was wounded in a hunting accident and it got infected. Sister Sue Ellen did her best to heal him, but it wasn't enough. We don't have much in the way of medicine here.
Again, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. He's with God now.
Tell me about yourself and Patrick.
I'm raising my boy the best I can. I'm blessed to have the support of the whole community, but it's not the same without James. Patrick will follow in his father's footsteps and make a fine ranger someday.
I'd like to know about the Taggarts and Captain Perry.
Sister Joanna is an inspiring leader. You've met her, so you've seen her kindness and compassion firsthand. And Brother Perry, well, it's sweet to see how devoted he is to Sister Joanna. He was just an outsider in the beginning, but they hit it off early on.
What can you tell me about the Hawkins family?
Brother Jerome and Sister Sue Ellen are good people. Brother Jerome has been kind enough to take Patrick under his wing and train him as a ranger. And dear Sister Sue Ellen, I only wish we were closer.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
God go with you.
kettle hanging over. Good morning, Joanna.
Oh, good morning, Sister Harley. I hope you slept well.
Well enough. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Of course. Tell me what's on your mind.
Any updates on the wagon repairs?
I'm afraid I wouldn't know. Eliza has been tasked with handling that. But don't worry. However long it takes, you're always welcome here.
Not to be rude, but why are you calling me Sister Harley? I thought that was just something between members of your community.
While you're here, you are a member. We're all children of God, after all.
Just how long have you folks been living up here anyway?
This is our 12th year in New Bethel, but the brothers and sisters of the Second Dawn came together before that. I founded this community back in Bright Bay.
So how did you get from Bright Bay to this mountain?
It was God's will. When Eliza was a small child, he sent her a vision. She saw a distant shore, the sun rising over the hills and shining on the water of a new ocean. It was clearly a sign to journey west, to the coast. I chartered an airship for Las Virgenes, but God had other plans for us. Our ship suffered mechanical problems en route. We were forced to make an emergency landing on this mountaintop. It was by the grace of God that we all reached the ground again safely. The ship had done its duty delivering us here. It would never fly again. So we salvaged it and built our new homes from the wreckage.
So you just decided to stay here and not finish the journey?
But you see, we did reach the end. Eliza later told me she'd had another vision. This time she saw great cities on the shore belching smoke and noise, the ground cracking open and the hills spitting fire. Her first vision had been a clue to go west, just not to the coast as we had thought. Our promised home was east of the sea, where the sun rose over the mountaintop.
When did Eliza have this second vision?
Midway through the voyage. She was on her way to tell me when the airship malfunctioned. It couldn't be clearer that this was God's plan for us all along.
Why is Patrick guarding the mountain path?
A ranger, or ranger in training, is always posted there. This is to prevent anyone from going down into the valley alone. It's quite dangerous down there, as you well know.
I'd like to know more about you.
Me? Well, I have been chosen to lead the community. It is a sacred responsibility. I see to it that every single person here is safe and well cared for.
Tell me about your husband.
I love him. What more is there to tell?
What can you tell me about Eliza?
My dear daughter, her life has not been easy. I can only hope that New Bethel has brought her the peace and happiness she deserves.
Why hasn't her life been easy?
Our life in Bright Bay was turbulent. You'll forgive me if I don't elaborate further.
I'm curious about Bridget and her son.
Yes, Sister Bridget. I pray for her and little brother Patrick every day. Losing Brother James was very hard on them both. But Brother Patrick will be a great ranger one day, and Sister Bridget has blossomed into a pillar of the community.
I want to know about the Hawkins family.
Brother Jerome is one of our best rangers, and Sister Sue Ellen is a gifted healer. I thank God every day for the blessings of their fellowship.
Thanks for the chat.
God bless.
Hello, Brother Perry.
Oh, you don't have to worry about all that brother-sister stuff with me. Feels strange only having just met. Be nice for someone to call me Captain Perry again.
Am I right to assume you were the captain of this airship?
Very astute, Miss Leger. Of course, it's been ages, but I still like the title. After all, I went down with my ship, didn't I?
Do you miss captaining an airship? Sailing the open skies?
Every day. Please understand I'm quite happy here. But watching the sun rise over the same horizon for 12 years, let's just say I wouldn't mind getting a glimpse of another part of the world now and then.
How exactly did the airship go down?
Oh, I'd rather not dredge that up, especially not with someone I barely know.
Can you tell me about the brothers and sisters of the Second Dawn?
Fine folks, all of them. You'll get to know everybody yourself in time.
But I want to know your thoughts.
I'm not much for gossip, especially with folks I'm barely acquainted with.
See you later, Captain.
Goodbye, Miss...
Hello, Jake.
Howdy.
Thoughts on New Bethel?
Charming place, really. Nice folk.
I'm surprised. Wouldn't have figured you'd go in for all this biblical stuff.
I'm certainly not what you'd call a religious man myself, but I can respect their beliefs.
The mountain path's being guarded and I can't get down.
Why would you want to?
I want to make sure the wagon's being repaired.
Shoot, just ask Joanna. She said she'd take care of it.
Already did. She told me to ask Eliza.
Well, then go ask her.
What are you doing out here?
Keeping the party going, chatting with Captain Perry, getting to know the place, same as you.
Talk to you later, Jake.
Take it easy, Harley.
It's full of curios, lots of crosses, and a nativity scene. There's a box on the wall with a small hexagonal hole in it. Odd. Oh, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all. I was just writing a song for Eliza.
You two hit it off then?
Indeed. She is a remarkable woman.
So where's Eliza now?
I am not sure. She rose early, before dawn.
What do you think of this place?
I admit I have not had much of a chance to explore. Eliza has kept me occupied.
Right. I should have realized. I'd like to hear more about Eliza.
Please, I do not kiss and tell.
I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted to know if she told you anything about this place.
Ah, certainly. We had a very stimulating conversation after the party. This community was founded upon the ideals of independence and freedom. There is much to admire.
That boy Patrick is guarding the path down the mountain.
And? Why would you want to go?
To check on the wagon, for starters.
Jerome said he would take care of the repairs. More hands do not always make for faster work.
How about a preview of yourself?
Well, all right. I only have the chorus so far. Eliza, Eliza, brown hair and green eyes, your smile can light up the room. Eliza, Eliza, you make my heart rise. Your radiance chases the gloom. What do you think?
Good start, but honestly, I think it could use some work.
I thought as much. Rhyming in English is not my strong suit. Thank you for your advice.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
Try not to get into any trouble, eh?
Phil's shirt, jacket.
Hey, what have you no—
Okay. It's full of rainwater. Now to wait. One cup of hot water, all mine. There's some tea in here. can't just dump tea leaves into hot water.
If you're showing Brother Denny the ropes today, I'll take morning patrol.
You be careful out there.
I always am, brother. Good morning, Sister Harley. So nice to see you up. We missed you at this morning's sermon.
We've had a long journey. It was nice to catch up on my sleep.
Of course. Well, there's always tomorrow.
Maybe, although I hope we're long gone by then. No offense, of course.
None taken. I'm sure you're eager to get back on the road, but I urge you to take some time and appreciate the little respites God gives us. May I share a story with you?
Go on.
When I was a girl, I lived with my parents in Bright Bay. My life, though happy enough, seemed to me quite dull. I dreamed of something more exciting. Unfortunately, my wish came true. One day, while my parents were away on business, the police raided the home of the woman who was caring for me. She ran, and I was taken into custody. The police failed to locate my parents and sent me to an orphanage. Then I was off to a workhouse. Those long days of toil, the beatings, the meager food, the nightly chorus of children sobbing themselves to sleep. I longed for the quiet, ordinary life I had taken for granted.
I'm so sorry. But you found your parents again?
Eventually, after more than a year in the workhouse. Once I was back home, I did nothing but thank God for the respite He had given me. So you see, it's important to take advantage of the calmer moments, the ones you may consider dull. You never know quite how much you value them until they're gone. If you'll excuse me, I need to start my patrol. But please, make yourself at home. Help yourself to some tea. And don't worry about your wagon. Today is the Sabbath, but I'll put my best rangers to the task first thing tomorrow. Speak to you soon, Sister Harley.
A strainer. Just need to add some tea leaves and hot water to brew a cup. There. Just need some hot water now. Now to let it steep for a few minutes. There, a nice hot cup of tea. Hey, Captain. How about a nice cup of tea?
Is it more of that nettle stuff?
No, this is from my own private store. It's from Ceylon.
No kidding. How'd you come by that?
We recently met a former whaler. He had souvenirs from around the world. He gave me a caddy as a memento, and it had some tea left in it. I thought you might appreciate a taste from another part of the world.
This is delicious. I don't know what to say, aside from thank you.
My pleasure.
Please, join me. Have some tea and we can chat.
I'm more of a coffee drinker, but I'll gladly take the conversation.
I apologize for being so abrupt before. If you still have questions, I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability.
Do you think we could talk a little about the airship crash now? I'd really like to understand more about the origins of this community.
Yes, that's understandable. Of course you're curious to know what kind of place you fetched up in. All right. 12 years ago, Johanna chartered my cargo ship to take her group from Bright Bay to Las Virgenes. But late one night, still half a day from our destination, the boiler failed. We started losing altitude. We were already crossing the mountains, and all around was rocky peaks and forest. No safe place to set down. I was forced to make an emergency landing, more a barely controlled crash, really, on the side of this mountain. And here we are still.
Wow.
The Rowena was wrecked beyond hope of repair, but somehow nobody was hurt or killed in the crash. A miracle, as Joanna reminds us, if we ever forget.
Do you know what caused the failure?
Yes, I'm certain I do, but it doesn't matter.
What makes you say it doesn't matter what caused the crash?
It was a long time ago. So much has changed, and I've forgiven and forgotten. To tell the truth, that final voyage was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because of it, I met and married Joanna. I got to watch her blossom into a truly inspirational leader, and I found a new home. She's the captain of this ship now, doing a far better job of it than I ever could.
I imagine it wasn't easy for you to adjust to this life.
It took some getting used to, I admit, and not just for me. Many of the original passengers found it hard to live up here. They thought they were headed for a sunny coastal paradise, not a barren mountaintop surrounded by ferocious beasts. Joanna tried to keep morale up, but that didn't stop a group of dissenters from forming. They began challenging her, spreading rumors and confusion. In the end, she had no choice but to discipline them.
How exactly did Joanna discipline the dissenters?
She had them stay in the cabin over yonder, isolated from the rest of the community and kept under guard. She wanted to give them time to cool down and reconsider, but I could see that wasn't going to happen. They had made up their minds to leave. Keeping them prisoner was only making things worse.
So what happened?
They escaped one night, under my watch.
You expect me to believe the dissenters escaped?
Joanna believed it, still does, despite the rumors and hearsay. That's all that matters.
Were you punished in any way?
I was under the silence for a week for failing to protect the dissenters from the dangers of the wilderness. Small price to pay for both the good of the community and those poor souls who left.
The silence? What's that?
A custom Joanna and Eliza came up with. You can't speak, and nobody is allowed to talk to you for however long your silence lasts. Bit of a funny punishment, but I can appreciate the idea behind it. After all, a captain needs to keep discipline among the crew.
Is there anything you'd be willing to share about the people of New Bethel? Who's who, their relationships, their history? There's so much I don't know.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. Go on, then.
What did you do before coming here?
I piloted this ship, the Rowena, before it became our home. Drifted from port to port doing odd transport jobs. Never imagined I'd stay still for more than a month, let alone 12 years.
I know a little bit about what that's like. I never stayed put long either.
Well, this community put an end to my wandering ways. Maybe it'll do the same for you.
Tell me about Joanna and Eliza.
I got to know Joanna on the voyage here. Over dinner in my quarters, she told me all about her thoughts and philosophies on life. It was fascinating to meet someone so passionate and high-spirited. After the crash, I got to know and respect her more. She emerged as the spiritual leader of New Bethel. We married a few years after. As for Eliza, she's always been utterly devoted to her mother. We get along, but I'm mindful about giving her space.
What can you tell me about Bridget and Patrick?
The boy seems happy here. I'm glad Jerome's seeing to his training. Bridget has more than readjusted to life here. She was originally one of the dissenters, you see. But she and her husband James returned that winter with their newborn son. Seems Bridget wasn't aware when they left that she was with child. Having a baby out there in the wilderness changed the calculation, I guess.
What's to know about Jerome and Sue Ellen?
Good people. They came to New Bethel a couple of years after the crash. I believe they met with trouble on the road, much as you did. And lucky thing for us, they stayed. They're both vital parts of this community.
See you later, Captain.
Goodbye, Miss Leger.
I've got nothing to ask him. Hello there. How are you? Is everything all right?
Miss Leger, please don't talk to him. He's not in a fit state for it right now.
Hello again, Joanna.
Hello to you, Sister Harley.
I've heard about something called the silence. What is that?
It is a method to discipline those who fall into error. When one undergoes the silence, they are prohibited from speaking with anyone except God. That way, they are encouraged to reflect on their actions and to seek His forgiveness. Once they have done so, they're welcomed back to the community as stronger, better people.
Eliza told me a story about her being sent to an orphanage.
Please, let's not speak of that. She clearly trusts you if she shared that with you, but that's deep in the past. It was a dark chapter in our lives.
Thanks for the chat.
God bless.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Is it true that Patrick was born in the wilderness?
Who told you that?
The same person who told me about letting you and the other dissenters go.
I see. Yes, it's true. I was unaware of my condition when we left. Otherwise... Anyway. We came back, along with another family who left with us, and a third we met on the way. Sister Johanna forgave us, thank God. She is truly an angel among us.
What compelled you to leave in the first place?
We were following someone we thought knew better than Sister Johanna, but as it turned out, he didn't. That's his grave over there. Abraham Levinski.
Who was he?
Just a strong-willed fool who felt our journey was incomplete. He convinced us to continue to Las Virgenes on foot.
What became of Abraham Levinski and the other dissenters?
Those poor, poor souls. They died out there. Every last one. Sister Johanna sent my husband back to Abraham's camp to try to convince them to return, but all he found was carnage. Wolves, it was. When I think of how horrible it must have been, and how lucky we were to escape that fate. Enough. Let us speak of something else, please.
I've heard about something called the silence. What is that?
When one of us falls into sin, they must find their way back to grace. In the silence. Sister Johanna determines how long is needed. While someone is under the silence, they may not speak or be spoken to. There are other requirements, but it's not my place to share them.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
God go with you. Please excuse me, Sister Harley. I need to get back to my quarters.
Okay. See you later, I guess. James Doran. Tiny crosses. One for baby Hawkins, another for Katrina, and the last for Zachariah. How sad. Oliver Thackeray. Abraham Levinski. Wait, haven't I seen that name somewhere recently? This article mentions an Abraham Levinski living in Las Virgenes, which is where he intended to go, according to Bridget. But if he's buried here, it can't possibly be the same person. Abraham Levinski. Wait, haven't I seen that name somewhere recently? Hello again, Joanna.
Hello.
Exactly what happened to Abraham Levinski?
Oh, poor brother Abraham. He was tragically led astray. He and several others began to question God's plan for us. They ended up leaving New Bethel. Some saw the light and returned, but the rest were not so fortunate. God punished them for their lack of faith. The wilds claimed them. Brother Abraham was the only one whose remains we could recover. Brother James brought his mangled body back to New Bethel. We laid him to rest among our dead, praying God would grant him forgiveness.
Thanks for the chat.
God bless.
Captain,
Yes?
could you tell me about Abraham Levinski?
Oh, dreadful business. He led the dissenters who split from the community. Some changed their minds and came back. Joanna sent James to Abraham's camp to try to convince the rest to return. But all he found was Abraham's body and signs that wolves had attacked the camp and killed the rest. We had a funeral for Abraham and buried him in the graveyard. Joanna didn't let anyone see the body. It was too roughed up by those wolves.
Sounds awful.
Thankfully, we have the rangers to protect us, so nothing like that ever happens again.
That man chopping wood, is he all right?
Yes, he's fine. He's just being disciplined.
He's under the silence, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Maybe we should attend to his example.
See you later, Captain.
Goodbye.
Something feels wrong here. Maybe the Abraham Levinski in the article is the same one that's supposed to be in the grave. He intended to head to Las Virgenes, and Joanna refused to let anyone see the body. What if... Suppose there's only one way to find out. Miss Johnson, keep a lookout. I'm gonna search this grave.
What? Why on earth?
Call it a hunch. I think something's going on here.
Be quick then, and try not to draw any attention. Lord alive.
I knew it! There's nothing here.
Excuse me?
This grave is a fake. The whole story about Abraham Levinski is probably fake too. The question is, why go to all that effort?
Why indeed. We need to figure out what's going on here, but I'd be careful who you tell about this.
Phil?
Harley?
Listen to me, Phil. There's something off about this place.
How do you mean?
Joanna and the others told me a story about Abraham Levinski, the leader of a group of deserters. He was supposedly killed by wolves and buried in the graveyard, but the grave is empty.
Slow down a moment. You dug up one of the graves?
Not so much dug as moved the rocks, enough to see there was nothing underneath.
I see. I suppose you had your reasons. And you say there was no body?
That's right. I also have proof that Levinski is still alive. Look.
This does seem suspicious, though it could all be a coincidence. I do not think this proves anything sinister. There is still too much doubt.
That's as much as I've learned so far.
Well, if you find anything else, let me know.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
Try not to get into any trouble, eh? Hey, what are you doing? Have you no respect for privacy?
Okay. Phil's shirt, jacket, and hat. Seems they came off rather quickly. Can't think of... Hello, Jay.
Howdy.
I think there's something strange going on here.
What do you figure?
There's a fake grave in the graveyard. It supposedly belongs to the leader of a group of deserters, but it's empty.
What you mean fake? A memorial?
No, a fake. A man's supposed to be buried there, but he's not.
Why would someone go to the trouble of making a fake grave?
Exactly what I want to know.
I admit it's suspicious, but that's not enough to start stirring up the pot.
That's all I know right now, but I'll tell you if I learn more.
I have no doubt you will.
Talk to you later.
Take it easy.
I've got... Hello, Sue Ellen.
Hello,
Do you know anything about Abraham Levinski?
I've only heard a few stories. He ain't too highly regarded round here. So many didn't survive that first winter after the crash. If the dissenters hadn't taken so much away with them, things might have gone different.
Can you tell me what the silence is?
Oh, that's Sister Joanna's punishment for anybody who crosses her. You ain't allowed to speak to nobody or be spoken to. There's extra chores, extra prayers, and fasting. That means you get cut to 1 meal a day.
Sounds harsh. Have you been under the silence?
Plenty of times. Sister Joanna and I don't always see eye to eye, and she don't appreciate back talk. Jerome tells me I ought to keep my thoughts to myself, but that ain't how I do.
I'll let you get back to your garden.
Come enjoy it any time.
This must be Patrick's. It's full of all sorts of wooden toys. She's busy. Bridget. Nothing else to say. No point. Hello, Jim. Joanna isn't quite so benevolent. Captain Perry told me about a group of dissenters who were kept under lock and key. And Sue Ellen told me about a harsh punishment called the silence, where people are shunned and can't speak for days if they upset Joanna.
That all? Shoot. That don't sound like much. She's the leader here. And if that's what it takes to keep the peace, so be it. It's hardly cause to think we're in any danger.
That's all I know right now, but I'll tell you if I learn more.
I have no doubt you will.
Talk to you later, Jake.
Take it easy, Harley.
Phil?
Harley?
Listen to me, Phil. There's something off about this place.
Have you found something else?
I've learned that Joanna isn't quite as nice as she seems. She jailed a group of dissenters and forces anyone who displeases her to undergo the silence.
What is that?
A punishment where the person can't speak or be spoken to, gets less food, and has to do extra chores and prayers.
Perhaps this community isn't as idyllic as it seems. Very well, I have heard enough. Clearly these people are hiding something from us. I will see if I can coax any information from Eliza when I see her again.
So will you let me search this place now?
Yes, go ahead.
A Bible. I'll leave that right where it is. And what's this? Some kind of lens. Better take it. Nothing else to... Miss John...
What is...
Something's just not right around here.
Yes, I've had the same feeling. But we ought to tread lightly. Stay alert.
Where's Lisa Lou?
Around here somewhere. She was raring to explore the woods around the cabin.
A kettle hanging... This must be... She's... Hi, Brother Jerome.
Sister Harley?
What are your duties as a ranger?
Well, we hunt and provide for the community. Anything that requires leaving the safety of the settlement. My most important task is to help protect everybody. That means patrolling the woods and making sure nobody goes out alone.
So you're New Bethel's lawman?
Not quite. We don't enforce the rules. That falls to Sister Joanna. We're more like New Bethel's guardian shepherds. In our case, that includes guarding against actual wolves.
Patrick's not letting me go down the mountain path.
Good. He's not supposed to.
Why not?
You need a ranger to go with you, and Patrick's still in training.
Couldn't you be my escort down the mountain?
Is there an emergency?
No, I just want to check on our wagon.
Don't worry about the wagon. It's in good hands. There's nothing else worth going down there for, believe me. Anyhow, today we're honoring the Sabbath.
Do you know anything about what happened to Abraham Levinski?
Afraid not. That was all before my time.
Can you tell me what the silence is?
Nothing you gotta concern yourself with. Just keep on the straight and narrow and you'll be fine.
I'd like to hear about the Doran family.
Now there's a couple of iron souls. Brother James taught me all I know about being a ranger. He was a good man. After his passing, it seemed only right that I should pass that knowledge on to his son. Sister Bridget don't much show it, but James's death hit her hard. Brother Patrick's a good kid, smart and eager to learn. He'll make a fine ranger.
Appreciate your time.
Beware.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
I saw your toy chest in the cabin. Nice collection.
Those aren't even the best ones. The real good ones are in my hideout.
You've got a hideout?
Yup, but it's a secret. I go there when I want to be alone. It's where I keep my best stuff.
Does anyone else know about it?
Just Eliza, but she's real good at keeping secrets. Don't tell.
Keep up the good work, kid.
I will.
Hey, Nate.
Hello,
We'll talk.
I look forward.
There's no reason to give... Hey, Nate.
Hello.
I've tried.
Why not?
Patrick said it's for our safety. Wolves in the forest or something.
These people have lived here a long time. I think we should listen to them.
I have the feeling something's not right here.
Why would you think that?
There's a fake grave in the graveyard. It supposedly belongs to the leader of a group of deserters, but it's empty.
You dug up someone's grave?
I looked under the rocks.
Why would you do such a thing?
But I told you there's nothing underneath.
Still, it's just wrong.
Joanna isn't quite so benevolent. Captain Perry told me about a group of dissenters who were kept under lock and key. And you heard what Sue Ellen told me about the silence.
That sounds like how it was at my old school. The nuns were quite strict as well. Every religious community has its methods of discipline.
I haven't got anything else, but I'll keep looking.
All right.
We'll talk later.
I look forward to it.
There's no reason. Hey.
Hi,
How are you? Sorry about your gun.
I'm not.
I have
Why do you want
to check on...
Oh, right.
Would you give us a moment, brother?
Of course.
I don't want...
What do you mean?
There, it's...
But is there anything else?
That's
Okay.
You can come back. See you.
Bye for now.
Hi, bro. Has Patrick told you about his hideout?
Oh, he's mentioned it once or twice. Don't know where it is, but I know he keeps his little treasures there.
What does Patrick consider a treasure?
He loves his little wooden figures, that's for sure, especially animals.
Appreciate your time.
Beware.
Hey, Nick.
Hello, Harley.
Would you be so kind as to carve me something?
I'd be glad to. Just bring me something to carve.
We'll talk.
I look forward.
I've got this piece of wood. Think you could carve something for me?
What did you have in mind?
I think I'd like a wolf.
Very well. I'll have it ready in just a while. Here you are.
Beautiful work, Nadine. Here, I thought you might like something for your collection.
Oh, wow, a wolf! And look at those fangs! This is great! I'll be back in just a minute. Don't get any ideas about going down the path. I'll know if you do.
Better not try calling his bluff, but let's just see where he goes. He's going towards the cabin. Interesting. Looks like I found your secret hideout. Let's see what Patrick's got hidden back here. Interesting. A small crank handle. There's a box. This crank. Open sesame. Rather cozy up here, and you can't beat the view. Can't see a thing. I think it's missing a lens. A perfect fit. What a surprise. Let's have a look. That's the base of the mountain near where we broke down. Hello, and who might you be? Well, that's not suspicious at all. Hello, Jake.
Howdy.
I still think something's rotten in New Bethel.
What's got you riled? Speak up.
I caught a glimpse of a cloaked figure sneaking into a secret cave down on the mountain road. I have a feeling there's something important in there.
A secret cave, huh? You might be onto something there. We can't just sit around then. Time for action. What do you suggest?
Miss Johnson and I are trying to get down to the wagon. We need you to help us distract Patrick.
Easy. Lead on.
We just need you to get the kid out of the way long enough for us to get down the mountain without being spotted.
Leave everything to me. Excuse me, son. I was wondering if you had a minute.
Sure. What do you need?
Just need you to come with me for a second. Captain Perry wants a word.
Oh, okay, if it's quick. Sister Joanna won't like it if I leave my post long.
Now's our chance. Let's go. No! What have these people done to my wagon?
It's clear they don't want us leaving New Bethel.
You said there was a cave down here?
Looked like.
Then see if you can find it. We need to figure out what we're up against.
Here we are. This bush was put here deliberately. Hey, look! I found the cave.
Good. Now see what's inside, and be quick.
What's this? Looks like some kind of handbook. A printer's proof copy. It's full of dynamite and wires. Someone has been making explosives. It's a hand-drawn map of the area. That's the road, and it's been marked with several X's. This is exactly where we broke down. These look like they were placed here Wait a minute. These are our wheels. This workbench is a mess of book. It'd help if I knew what this book was. The Saboteur's Handbook by JT and JR. My God, I need to show this to Lola. Now. You won't believe what I found in the cave.
Try me.
A printer's proof of something called the Saboteur's Handbook. Have a look.
Written by J.T. Joanna Taggart.
Must be, but who is J.R.?
Jonathan Redd?
Who's Jonathan Redd?
Seriously? You never heard of the Reddites? They're a bunch of anti-steam tech thugs who went around sabotaging machines and factories a few years back. They were mostly active in New Britannia, but they got their start in Bright Bay.
So you think Joanna knew Jonathan Redd?
Not just knew him. I think they worked together. Maybe more than that. You get a good look at that Eliza girl? She's got a certain resemblance to that Mr. Redd.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen him.
I'm surprised. Was a time when you couldn't go a day without seeing his picture in the paper.
All that aside, look at the contents.
These are all instructions. Sabotaging vehicles and laying road traps. Low-grade bombs for controlled explosions. Creating concealed hiding spots in the wilderness. Remind you of anything?
Well, one thing's for certain. The wagon breakdown wasn't just coincidence. Someone planned it to get us here.
Yes, but who?
That's what we need to find out.
Lots of pages have notes scribbled in the margins. Some are from JT, others from JR. Looks like they had some ideological differences.
Oh?
Joanna thought things were going too far. She objected to giving instructions for explicitly violent stuff. Here's a note on the bombs page where she says, "Too dangerous to print." Same time, Red's written things like, "This information is a tool for a righteous cause," or "No revisions, too late for cold feet." But there's another set of notes in somebody else's handwriting. Here, on this recipe for an acid compound, Joanna crossed out some ingredients. This other person tried to fill in the missing information.
So this third person is probably our saboteur.
I'd put money on it.
I think our top priority is figuring out who this person is.
I agree, but we gotta be discreet. We can't just go around interrogating everyone hoping for a confession. We need solid proof identifying the person you saw going into that cave.
My brother was the detective in the family.
Let's hope some of his skills rubbed off on you.
So what should our next move be?
Round up the others and come to my cabin. We need to talk. Come on, let's get back up the mountain before anybody notices us missing.
And so this saboteur is the reason we're here.
We need to uncover who it is and tell these people. They deserve the truth.
Now, wait just a minute. This is all very serious for sure. But these folks have a whole way of life they're accustomed to. We expose it all as a lie. Why, we're ripping the bottom out of their world.
Jake's got a point. It could tear this community apart.
I think Lola's right. Not knowing your true history is no way to live.
At the very least, Joanna should know about this. As the community's leader, it falls to her to decide what to do with this information.
We gotta be able to prove who the saboteur is first. Could be the rot goes all the way to the top.
I have a strong suspicion, but I'll see if I can confirm it.
Once you do, you can tell Joanna the truth, assuming she's not the one behind it all.
Or you could try talking to the saboteur. Maybe get him to lay off without having to upset the whole community.
I'll see what I can find out. She's busy. Bridget, not very. Wait a minute, this is the same cloak I saw through the spyglass. Got you now, Eliza. I believe this belongs to you.
Where did you get that?
Exactly where you left it.
It seems Patrick has earned himself a period of silence. He won't like that much, but it's about time he grew up some.
So you've been causing all the wagon breakdowns and trapping people here. What was your plan? Continued excuses for why our wagon wasn't ready until we gave up and asked to stay permanently?
That's how it's worked in the past, yes.
What you're doing is wrong. You can't force people to stay.
I'm not forcing anyone. I'm giving them the choice. So far, everyone has chosen to join us. Besides, their will is nothing beside God's. He sent me a vision when I was a girl, of my mother leading a thriving community on a mountaintop. All I've done is ensure this vision comes to pass. Members have lost faith and abandoned us before, to the detriment of all. We've suffered harsh winters and disease. Keeping our numbers up hasn't been easy. But I wasn't about to stand by and let the community wither. So I took measures to cultivate it.
You're talking about people, not plants. You can't just toy with them like this.
I'm doing no such thing. It's clear to me you've no intention of joining us. God must have other plans for you. I can have your wagon repaired and let you and your companions go on your way. All I ask in return is that you spare a thought for the people of this community. Do not speak of what you've learned. It would destroy them.
And just how will you explain our departure?
Simple. I'll say you all insisted on breaking curfew to go down to your wagon. Tragically, you were all eaten by wolves as a result. I can set up a memorial in the graveyard if you'd like. It will make a powerful deterrent.
All right, fine. It's no business of ours what you tell these people. Just get our wagon fixed so we can be on our way.
I'm glad you've chosen to see reason, Miss Leger. Your wagon will be ready by sunrise. On that you have my word. Now go on. Enjoy the rest of today in our company. A taste of what you're giving up. You won't find anything like this in the corrupt world out there. And if you'd be so kind as to return my book, I would appreciate it. Your wagon's been repaired, as promised.
You're sure nobody saw us leave?
Positive. Everyone's focused on morning sermon. Now be on your way. May God guide you.
Thanks.
I had my suspicions about her.
Didn't let them hold you back. Come on, we've lost enough time here.
Our sojourn in New Bethel has left us all somewhat shaken. Thankfully, we have only to cross Hellfire Pass today, and from there, it's a straight shot down into El Presidio. With our goal so near in sight, we can all focus our attention back to the task of locating Dr. Clark's fortune.